parents, siblings, and friends. First, I want to start off by giving special thanks to my family, to my parents, who have joined me here today. Bienvenidos a todos los padres, hermanos, primos y amigos. En primero, le quiero dar las gracias a mis padres y familiares por acompañarme en este día tan especial. I want to take a minute and please give me a minute. I want to put my thinking cap on before I start this. Okay, let's get this party started. We have gathered here today for a special celebration. I would like to start off by congratulating the graduating class of 2013. Our hard work has paid off. No more long lectures, no more exams. For you procrastinators, no more waiting till the last minute to start a paper that is due that same morning. No more wishing you were on the cruise ship that used to park behind me, right? And no more turning McDonald's and Carpinteria into the McMesa Center because we needed a place to study. But best of all, no more cruising around for 45 minutes trying to get a parking spot. Although, now that I think about it, we did get the Aspen Award. Maybe we can use it to acquire more parking space. Just an idea. From up here, I can see every one of you, and to be quite honest, it makes me a bit uncomfortable. When I was asked to be the commencement speaker, I accepted this great honor. Even though the thought of making a fool out of myself or stumbling terrified me. So some might ask, why risk it? Porque he encontrado que nada es más valioso en esta vida sin tomar riesgos. Because I have found that nothing in this life is worthwhile unless it requires risk to achieve it. As Mr. Nelson Mandela once said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living. Please allow me to reflect on my journey that has brought me here today and the lessons that I have learned along the way. Some of you might relate, while others may not. But the overall message is the same. My parents migrated to this country with the hope of offering my siblings and me a better future. Growing up, I did not see much of my parents because they always worked long-hour shifts 67 days a week. My parents' pursuit for the American dream proved to be a never-ending physical and emotional struggle. This was something that I did not understand at the time. And because of it, during high school, I did barely enough to graduate. I had no guidance. I had no support. And I definitely had no interest in higher education because nobody in my family had ever attended college. After barely graduating from high school, I decided to enter the workforce. And shortly after that, I made choices that would alter my life. These choices eventually got me a first-class ticket to Wasco State Prison, one of California's finest resorts. Although the coffee's not that great, the rooms aren't that big, and we definitely do not get free Wi-Fi. But seriously, my actions as a troubled youth landed me in and out of jail for a period of 7 years. I became a statistic, and at the age of 19, a correctional officer told me that I would not amount to nothing more than a number, inmate number F11779. And for a while, that was true. However, in the spring of 2008, I decided to take my first big risk in life, and I enrolled at Santa Barbara City College. Since then, and like all of you, I have managed to focus my energy in the right direction. It first started with Professor Blake Barron's animal biology class. He was explaining how a lizard loses its tail as a defense mechanism against predators. What I found interesting is that it has the ability to regenerate a new tail by simply readjusting its backbone. It was this lecture that helped me decide that I wanted to be a biomedical engineer. And for that, I thank you, Blake. See, my dad has been suffering from osteoarthritis and other disabilities. So he has been in severe pain for some time now, and because of that, he couldn't make it today. But one day, I will be the one that will help out my dad, along with countless others that suffer from my disability. But all my success would not be possible without the help of the services offered here at this campus, such as EOPS, Los Camaradas del USC, Mesa, my girlfriend Azucena, CAB, and the professors who directly or indirectly helped me through my journey here at SBCC. They helped me build confidence. They saw me for who I really was. I see you all today. Me da fuerza y orgullo. It gives me pride and I love the feeling because it is a reflection of me. The second life lesson that I have learned this far is that in taking risks, we eventually failed. As Ralph Emerson once wrote, our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we failed. We will all fail at one point, especially those who are hijos de papi y mami. But we must learn from our failures and have the courage to push on forward. Take it from me, I should know. I spent 7 years trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I tried different jobs, but I kept failing, and I simply would end up back in jail. But here's the catch. I did not quit. Every time these fine institutions, such as Wasco State Prison, screwed up and released me, I would go and try to get a job. And guess what? I kept failing. But it did not matter, because there's an old Spanish saying, el que persevera alcanza. Meaning, he who seeks will find. Our education here at SBCC has prepared us and given us all the tools to succeed with whatever life throws our way. However, life will not always be a straight road. I challenge all you graduates today to never settle for the easy road. Take risks and do not shy away from the chance of failure. Many of us do not like to take risks. We refuse to come out of our comfort zone and only do enough to get by. And as time goes by, we might get that notion of regret. Because we will always look back and wonder, what if? Those what ifs will always come back and haunt us. We have invested a lot in our education, and this world needs our talent and our help. Each of us will be leaving with unique qualities, talents, and degrees. Some of us are ECE or business majors, nurses, sociologists, scientists, or engineers. Some of us have patience. Some of us have love, kindness. Others have a temper. And some may have the gift of long suffering. But whatever it is, the question is this: what are you going to do with it? Finally, taking risks and learning from failures has brought me where I am today. But there is one lesson that is more powerful than anything I could ever have imagined. I still remember the day my cellmate, who had been incarcerated for 16 years, and just to clarify, I said cellmate and not soulmate. Well, one day, this person said to me, "You know what, kid? You're very intelligent, but you're stupid. You have a lot of energy, but you focus that energy in the wrong way. You have no idea how smart you are." At the time, I didn't know how to interpret that. I got mad, I stood up, my chest popped out, and I said, "Oh, hell no, this guy's not talking to me like that." Yet, that person became my mentor for the next several months. Then, in 2007, I was released from prison. I had $200 to my name, with no sense of accomplishment, no sense of direction, but with the determination to change my life around and succeed. So I came here to SBCC. John Mackey once said, "As long as you're alive, it is never too late." Para todos los hijos en la audiencia que sus padres nunca tuvieron la oportunidad de ir a un colegio, nunca es tarde. For those children in the audience today whose parents never went to college, it is never too late. For those graduates who came back to college after raising children, it wasn't too late. For those students who got put on academic probation or got kicked out of school, it is not too late. Para todos mis campoleros y frijolitos de las 9, for those who have ever been incarcerated or told that you would never amount to anything, it is not too late. It's kind of ironic that with our college support services and counseling services, my cellmate ended up having a breakthrough moment with me. Back in 2007, my cellmate gave me the most important gift that anyone had ever given to me: the gift of belief. He believed in me, and it is because he believed in me that he taught me how to believe in myself. That I went from a prison cell to a college. I went from being a troubled youth to completing the honors program at SBCC. I went from losing jobs to acquiring a summer research internship at Brown University for 2 years in a row now. I went from being a nobody and being perceived as weaker to being your 2013 commencement speaker. I cannot think about a better message as we go off today than to not only take risks, but to be open to life, to accept new views, and be open to new opinions. Be willing to take risks, even in the presence of failure. Not fear failure, but learn from it and be optimistic about your future. Faculty, administrator staff, and parents, don't give up on us, even when we failed. Because there will be that one day that you offer advice or show that you care, that will change our lives forever. Graduating class of 2013. Today you will be receiving your diploma from the #1 community college in the nation. Be excited. Be proud. Stand tall. Because we are the next class that will outshine them all. Thank you.